Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 16th of October 2025 and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. We will start from the US today and let's look at the Americans who have acquired $14 billion in Bitcoin. All of this money was seized by criminals who defrauded the United States public, so it was confiscated. In total, let's say that right now the US owns $37 billion in Bitcoin, or 324,000 BTC, and everyone is wondering if these BTC will go to the reserve, as at least we have been promised. Moving on, we will go to our ETFs. On October 14th, BlackRock's ETF made a rare move. It had $30 million in outflows. As a result, the day closed at plus $102 million. Now, for October 15th, we don't know what BlackRock has done. All we know is that, for now, we are at negative $94 million. And for the Ethereum ETF, let me tell you that on October 14th, BlackRock made no move in their ETF. The day closed at plus $236 million. And on October 15th, obviously without knowing what BlackRock has done, we only have positive gains of plus $5.3 million. Continuing with the ETFs, I will tell you that Volatility Shares has filed a request with the US Securities and Exchange Commission SEC for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana ETFs, which will have 5 times leverage to make things a little more spicy. And these of course will be approved after many months because they just filed the request. Moving on to our stablecoins, we're going to go to a Franco-German bank. They've issued a stablecoin backed by the euro. The Franco-German bank, called ODDO BHF, is launching a stablecoin backed by the euro, which is apparently legal under MiCA. This particular stablecoin is called EURUD, and Flowdesk will provide the liquidity for this stablecoin, while Fireblocks will provide the infrastructure for its tokenization. So as we said, banks are slowly getting into cryptocurrencies, and they really like stablecoins, as we know. Moving on to another stablecoin, we're going to go to Paxos, which is printing money like there's no tomorrow. Let's say that Paxos, a company whose job it is to make stablecoins, has also made the PayPal stablecoin, and just yesterday it minted $300 billion on the Ethereum blockchain. After a little over 20 minutes, that $300 billion was sent to an empty address. To put that into perspective, $300 billion is 2.5 times the world's GDP, which is estimated at $117 trillion according to the International Monetary Fund. As you can see, they printed a little too much money, and according to Paxos's official statement, it was all a mistake. They made an internal transfer and took out more money than they should have. Once they realized it, they apparently corrected their mistake. Moving on, it's time to move on to our exchanges, and we'll start today with Coinbase, where we learned that it has added BNB to its listing roadmap. We don't know when deposits will open, but we do know that it plans to include it again. Additionally, let's note that Coinbase has invested in India's largest cryptocurrency exchange, CoinDCX. This is a great time to do this because a few days ago, this exchange was hacked for $44 million, so this investment looks much more strategic now. And speaking of investments, let's move on to Binance, which has acquired GoPax, also a cryptocurrency exchange, to expand its presence in South Korea. As for Binance, China Merchants Bank has created a $3.8 billion token in BNB. Specifically, China Merchants Bank's subsidiary CMB International Asset Management has partnered with BNB Chain to bring the CMB International USD Money Market Fund to the BNB blockchain. Simply put, this fund will be tokenized in BNB. They already did something similar in August for Solana and are now expanding to other blockchains, especially BNB, which has seen a lot of activity lately. Since we're talking about expanding into different markets, let's turn to Ripple, which has partnered with a South African bank. Specifically, Ripple's partnership is with Absa Bank to provide digital asset custody services to its clients. This bank reported $6.34 billion in revenue last year, quite a large amount for an African bank, as you can imagine. So Ripple is expanding its product offerings as well. And now it's time to move on to our favorite cryptocurrency market, where Bitcoin is at $111,000. We are in our range, as we know, and the latest news on the US economy is that Mr. Powell, the chairman of the Fed, has come out and announced that there will be another rate cut before the end of the year. We know that in 13 days, there is a 95% chance that we will see a rate cut if this meeting takes place, obviously. The question is whether we will have another rate cut by 2025, and in addition to that, Mr. Trump confirmed that the US is in a trade war with China. The reporter asked the president of the US if we are in a trade war with with China, and Trump said, "We are now." And for that reason, they have imposed 100% tariffs on China. He said that if they had not done this, the US would have been essentially exposed and defenseless. He also said that China has imposed tariffs on the US, so why shouldn't we do the same? So as I've said in previous episodes, we'll wait and see what these two do. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, is October 16th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only, and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.